Hello, it's Andy Graham of the Ask Andy Show. I'm in Vilcabamba, Ecuador. Traveled 16 plus years, non-stop, been in 90 countries. Checking out Vilcabamba for a month to see what it's like. It's one of the best climates on the planet. It's a very small town. Behind me is the taxi station. There's many taxi stops, like 3 or 4 at least, taxi stops, and then there's Pura Vida over there. But it's a restaurant. It's really full of restaurants, and it's a very small town. It's not much bigger than my town at home in a way. Okay, Andy. Bonjour, Andre. I am a huge fan and very jealous. Watch your blog videos every day. Oh, this is Gordo Bud. Oh, I'm saying it in Spanish. Gordo Bud. I am from New Brunswick, Canada, and I travel a lot. Nowhere near as much as you, but I love traveling and staying in non-touristy areas where I can mingle with the locals instead of tourists. I am ramping up to break free of being a slave to the grind. I am debt-free, finally. So my question, how do you finance yourself? Okay, I've answered this many ways and many times. When I first started traveling, for the first couple of years, I had a little bit of savings for about a year or so. And then after that, while I was doing that, I did, this is like 16 years ago, right? So I would go to hotels and I would trade them website work, making a little website in exchange for a place to live for free, and usually get about 5 to 10 days. I did all the way through Central and South America, and it worked very good. It's very easy trade because they got a couple extra rooms that cost them nothing. So always looking for trades. After about a couple years, I got some advertisements. I had a newsletter at the time. This was before blogs, and move this over so you can see the action. I had a newsletter. I wrote about 225 newsletters probably, and I had some advertisers that paid me $300 or $400. And through this time, I would get donations. So I was getting around $200 to $300 in donations, plus this one advertiser is paying me $300 a month. So that was one of my biggest ways to finance at first. Then I got one of the top. It was interesting. I became one of the top 5 Forbes.com travel bloggers, and the donations completely stopped. As soon as I put any kind of notoriety on my page, all donations stopped because everybody thought I was rich. This actually cost me a lot of money, okay? I also had some other things that I did along the way, but somewhere down the line, Google AdSense started, and Google AdSense, so you go Google AdSense, AdSense, you can still make a little money, not a lot of money. I mean, if you're going to a high touristy area like Disneyland, you can make probably good money. Going to Africa and stuff, I don't hardly make any money from Google AdSense, but I'm probably making more now that I'm in Vilcabamba, Ecuador. It's a lot more touristy than me spending in Africa. So that's been financing me for the most part for the last, I don't know, 10 years. And I made some serious cash off of it. I mean, up to 90, I think the highest was like $90,000 one year. It's been going steadily down because since Facebook and everything, it just keeps going steadily down because Facebook has really taken all the traffic, and Google in their brilliance, they got more ads serving at the top of the page, and it's really hard to get to any pages anymore, so it's just become kind of a... And the ads are not... they used to be contextually based. Now they're... I have no idea what... The ads are supposed to, you know, like if I'm talking about Vilcabamba, the ad that you're seeing on this video should be about Vilcabamba. But that's not the way it is. It's really... some advertiser gets a special deal or something. Okay, so... I'm still getting AdSense. In the last 3 years, I've started doing, 2 years, I've started doing consulting for travel, and I get maybe one a month where somebody pays me $110 for 3 hours, and so that's pretty good. It's growing because I think with Skype especially, people can realize that I can help, you know. But consulting's for the people that are wise. They're realizing that one false move could cost them $300, right? One false move, and buying real estate could cost you, you know, $200,000. It's, you know, but that's only for the real savvy traveler, more or less. I just released a book called The Rules of Travel. That's only been out a couple months or a month like that. And The Rules of Travel Never Cross. So I think that'll make me maybe $100, $150 a month, I hope. I don't know, you know, I'm going to write many books right now, and then the cumulative benefit of it will be it. But we have 3 products on Amazon.com. I do a what you call FBA, Fulfillment by Amazon. I send products to Amazon. They inventory them, and then they ship them when somebody buys a product. It's really ideal for me. eBay's horrible for me because I have to be connected to the internet. I got to reply to all these buyers so I can get this bad rating, right? So I would, you know, and then I have to ship the stuff. It's just not possible at this juncture unless I had a really big drop shipment place where they help me ship things out, and I made sure I didn't go to places where there's no internet. I do go to places still. I'm an adventure traveler, and I'm not going to wrap my my life around a business. I really won't do that. That's the goal of life, is to enjoy life. So the Fulfillment by Amazon. I'm actually in Vilcabamba here. I got like 6 new products that I want to put on the market, and I'm trying to get them made. It's really complicated because, you know, to get the best prices, I need to buy like $5,000 or $10,000 worth of this stuff and have it, you know, commercially shipped back to America, and really set up a pipeline. And I did find a factory yesterday in Loja. There's almost nothing here in Vilcabamba to do. You know, there's hardly any enterprise here in Vilcabamba. It's mostly just gringo restaurants. So it's not much of a, it's not really my style of city, but Loja is only an hour away on the bus, and I found a place where they have an actual machine to cut cloth and all this type of stuff, and they seem to have a pretty good supply of materials or tela, and we're making stuff. So with 3 products, we're not making that much. We're making about $10 a day, but this is a residual thing, right? So I'm hoping with you know, 18 products, we would sell 6 times that, so I'd get $60 a day. So if I get $25, 30 products, I would get, you know, $100 a day. And I think it's just a matter of time until I get that done. You know, but I'm an inventive person, I'm an innovative person, and I've also sometimes made videos for hotels as I'm sometimes have made some videos that I've sometimes, I mean, like once a year I live in a hotel for free, which is this is normally how the travel writers do it. I could live in a 5-star hotel all the time if I wanted to, but it takes a lot of work, and it's really it's a lying job. I really don't want, you know, basically I have to leave out all the pertinent information that really is needed on a hotel if I stay there. So I don't do it. And if I do it, it's a place where I really feel that I could recommend it. Most travel writers, just that's their motive. That's how they make half their money. They make their place to live. But it's like, you know, that's just lying for a living, and I'm not going to do that. The best option, you know, oh yeah, I make money off of these YouTube videos. You know, there's a little ad at the bottom. When people click on it, I make money. It's not that profitable because everybody's getting really good at ignoring ads, plus they're not really related often to the ad, right? I think Google's really, you know, biting the big one. They're really, to me, going to start to implode here. I just don't see them as having a happy help everybody out. They're working against me. They're actually not helping me. So that's about it. And one time I did stay in America for 60 days and did a development project where I got paid like $6,000. One time I made a website for $6,000. I don't do websites for money. That's really just not a very good job. I did make $1,300 one time taking photos for a rough guide West Africa. I got I think 13 photos. They paid me about $100 a photo for their guidebook for West Africa. And you know, but we tried to sell photos, and that never worked so far. I think, you know, everybody's so big on stealing them, it's pretty hard to sell them. But I've never really tried the Getty Image thing, so that's a possibility. Getty Images, you put things on there and they get something. A lot of these things are really, you spend so much time doing it, might mow lawns to make money faster, okay? And, you know, there's always, but I'm doing good, and but I do live on $500 or $600 a month. But I don't drink, and I don't smoke, and I don't do drugs, and I don't do all these things that cause the average person. And you know, I'm not like I'm in a city where they're always trying to sell me organic stuff, and I don't buy it. I just buy normal price. I live like the locals in a lot of ways, and I eat the local food wherever I'm at. I kind of don't know why I would come to a gringo, another country, and spend my whole time eating gringo food, because this place is full of gringo. Although I did slip last night and had a burrito for $3 at let's see what it was, at Charritos. This is like fine dining thing. It's a hippy dippy fine dining thing. Everybody's got organic tagged on everything, so it's kind of you know, it's like greenwashing, right? But okay, that's how I make my money. Thank you very much for the question.